What if I told you Nigeria's biggest economic breakthrough is right off our coastline? Nigeria's next gold mine is not underground, it's underwater. Welcome aboard Nimasa this week, your weekly briefing from Nigeria's Blue Frontier. I remain your regular anchor on the show, Moyioluwa Olutayo. Good to have you with us today. Come, let's dive together.
On the Day of the Seafarer, we recognize the millions of seafarers around the world who keep global trade moving every single day. Behind everything we rely on, from food, fuel, medicine, and everyday goods, are people working at sea, often far from home and family. This year's theme, Carrying the World Trade, Carrying the Risks, feels especially significant. Across the world, too many seafarers are sailing through areas affected by conflict and geopolitical tension. Many face long periods at sea, uncertainty about when they will return home, and limited communications with their families, all while operating in dangerous waters. Seafarers should never become unintended victims of wider geopolitical conflict. Whether in the Red Sea, the Black Sea, the Strait of Hormuz, or other challenging regions, we must remember that every ship carries more than cargo. It carries people. People with families waiting for them at home, spending long months at sea in isolation, fatigue, and the stress of operating in unpredictable conditions while continuing to deliver the goods, energy, and supplies that the whole world rely upon. To all seafarers, thank you. It may not always seem like that, but let me reiterate that your safety and welfare remain our highest priority. And today, I invite seafarers everywhere to share your experiences, the realities of life at sea, the challenges you face, and the moments that define your work. Join the conversation using hashtag Day of the Seafarer. To everyone else, take a moment today to recognize the people behind global trade, the seafarers who keep the world moving.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are Nimasa. New face, rejuvenated service. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
You're still watching Nimasa this week. June 25 every year is set aside to celebrate seafarers all over the world. In preparation for the 2026 Seafarers Day, we bring you highlights from last year's celebration, which took place in Port Harcourt. Stay tuned.
The Day of the Seafarer is an annual observance instituted by the International Maritime Organization to honor the vital contributions of seafarers to global trade and everyday life. Despite their indispensable role, seafarers often remain unsung heroes, overlooked within the maritime industry and by the general public. Here in Nigeria, the 2025 commemoration of this significant date on the global maritime calendar took place in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The event drew key players from both the public and private sectors and featured the official unveiling of a major milestone, the Maritime Labour e-Platform, a digital innovation spearheaded by Nimasa under the federal government, aimed at transforming the governance of maritime labour in Nigeria. Introducing the initiative, the Honourable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola CON, described the platform as a transformative tool for labour administration in the maritime sector. He also addressed the 2025 theme, My Harassment-Free Ship, reaffirming the government's commitment to seafarers' rights and commending Nimasa for its forward-thinking initiative. In his remarks, the Director General of Nimasa, Dr. Dayo Muberiola, restated the agency's dedication to the welfare of Nigerian seafarers in alignment with international standards. He also noted that Nigeria remains Africa's largest contributor of seafarers, a feat made possible through strategic initiatives such as the Nigerian Seafarers Development Program, NSDP.
For we, the seafarer risk is enormous. Seafarer, they are heroes. They have done enough and they face a lot of what? Hazard, a lot of risks. Happy Seafarers Day 2026. We'll carry the world trade and we'll carry risks. Happy Seafarers Day.
The good thing that seafarers have been recognized, given the level of contributions to the activities and survival of mankind. Happy 2026 Seafarers Day. Carrying the world trade, carrying the risk.
In Nigeria, you know the role that seafarers have contributed in wartime and in peacetime. We are the forefront carrying goods safely and in time from point A to point B, in line with the mission statement of IMO, safer shipping, cleaner ocean, and secured marine environment. Happy 2026 Seafarers Day.
Thank you for bringing goods to us from far and wide, and for making life to go smoothly, for making us to be able to have those things that we need from other parts of the world within our domain, carrying the world trade, carrying the risk.
To the seafarers, you are carrying the world trade on your shoulder. Keep moving, and success, safety is yours. Happy Seafarers Day 2026.
I want to use this medium to wish all our seafarers happy Seafarers Day.
We the seafarer, we carry the world trade and we carry the risk.
Happy Seafarers Day 2026.
We carry the world trade, we carry the risk.
We the seafarers, we carry the world trade, we carry the risk.
Welcome back on the program. You're still watching Nimasa this week, and if you're just joining us, you're welcome on deck. The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency Nimasa, as the ministry's key agency, is aligning operations to match the vision of the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. Collaboration has intensified on vessel traffic monitoring, cleaner oceans initiatives, and capacity building for Nigerian seafarers. The goal is simple: make Nigeria's waters cleaner, safer, and more profitable for all stakeholders. Stay with us on the program. I'll be right back.
The Regional Maritime Rescue Coordination Center, the RMRCC, is the sole responsible for all distress that comes within our Nigerian and West and Central African waters. So this place is one of the 5 centers allocated to Africa, search and rescue. The other 4 centers, we have the Morocco, we have Kenya, South Africa, Liberia, and Nigeria. These are the 5 Regional Maritime Rescue Coordination Center. In this, our center, we have 9 countries. The 9 countries, we have Togo, Benin Republic, Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Congo Brazzaville, and Congo Kinshasa, including the Sao Tome and Principe. We have joint SOP, Standard Operating Procedure, with those countries too. Search and rescue is very important because this, the waters, the whole world waters is divided into 4 sea areas. The sea area A1, A2, A3, and A4. Those equipments now our people are manning here, they were covering various sea areas A1 to 4. This primary, we have the primary alerting equipment, we have the secondary alerting equipment. So the sea area A1 is the sea area that is within sight, not more than 50 nautical miles. This is the sea area A1. A2 starts and is covered by VHF, DSC. It's covered by VHF, DSC. The sea area A2 is covered by MFHF. This starts from 50 to 150 nautical miles. Our sea state is always okay. That's why, but we do transmit maritime safety information through our navigational telex. And Nigeria is one of the only countries that was allocated with the NAVTEX. The NAVTEX signal is located in our signal station at Takwa Bay. We always receive weather forecast from the NIMET. And we compared our own with directwindy.com. We use it to forecast the weather. There is one piracy, attempted piracy on one of the vessels, I can't remember the name, which the MRCC was contacted. MRCC and United States Coast Guard, we passed the information to C4I2, but MRCC with United States Coast Guard, we contacted, the incident happened in Togo, Lome. So we contacted MRCC Togo, which they contacted their Navy, which responded. While we are coordinating here with them, they responded to the incident and rescue operation took place. The vessel was rescued. This small screen that you see here is the one that is projected there. This sea vision, we use it to track vessels of interest. Our responsibility here is safety of the vessels. If there is any distress, our own responsibility is to locate where the distressed vessel is. Once we locate it, it's easier for us to relay the distress to the ship within the vicinities or to mobilize our people here to send them to go and do the rescue operations. Sometimes we use these deep blue assets to go to the rescue operations, but we coordinate every move of all operations. We appoint on-scene coordinator here. It's only MRCC that can appoint on-scene coordinator. You know, anytime we receive distress message, we use the charts to locate the coordinates. We receive it with coordinates. We plot the coordinates on this chart to know exactly the location of the distress. She is designated here to look after the emergency is a satellite base. Anything outside the MFHF coverage goes to Imasat-C. This Imasat-C, we use it to receive also distress message. But most times, we use this Imasat-C also to transmit maritime safety information, weather forecast and stuff on the EGC, Group Enhanced Calling. Once we go to the EGC, we send the information to all ships within our waters. Our NAVTEX, Navigational Telex, which is based in our signal station in Takwa Bay, is responsible also in transmission maritime safety information, which involves the weather forecast. So this is the interconnection with all RMRCCs, regions of all over the world. This is Nigerian Navy personnel. We do have Navy as part of our MGC MOU. Navy communicators were also brought to join us here. He is mounting the emails, Nimasa emails and the phone numbers. Our emails for distress messages, phones for distress messages also. Every day we receive at least minimum of 6 every day. As you can see, the VHF here, VHF 1, channel 70. This VHF channel 70 will receive distress alerts. Alerts, as it comes as text message. If you did not acknowledge the text message, it will not go. And it will record it if you did not acknowledge it. The duty officer here is responsible for not acknowledging. And the captain will know that he has pressed distress alert and nobody responded in the MRCC. And the log will be there. The VHF, then it will go to channel 16. Channel 16 is voice communication. Immediately you acknowledge channel 70, it goes to 16 for radio communication. This communication, you have to receive all the information, vital information. We have also mobile VHF radios, as you can see them here. The duty officer can move around with the radio. And also, there are channels that we monitor. Nigeria is signatory to SOLAS Convention 74 and Search and Rescue Convention 79. Both conventions give this MRCC power to do the operation coordination of all search and rescue operations within Nigerian waters in extension to West and Central African waters.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian.
In recognition of the silent struggles, sacrifices, and invaluable contributions of men to the family, workplace, and society, the month of June is dedicated to promoting men's health and well-being. Management of Nimasa proudly identifies with all our men and encourages them to prioritize their physical, mental, and emotional well-being. We appreciate resilience, dedication, and commitment, and urge you to make your health a priority. Happy Men's Health and Well-Being Month. The Marine Pollution Convention was adopted on the 2nd November 1973. The Protocol of 1978 was adopted in response to a spate of tanker accidents in 1976 to 1977. As the 1973 MARPOL Convention has not yet entered into force, the 1978 MARPOL Protocol absorbed the parent convention. The convention's strict environmental regulations are divided into 6 distinct annexes. Annex 1 on oil seeks to regulate the discharge of oily mixtures and mandates segregated ballast tanks and double hulls for oil tanker to prevent spills. Annex 2, which concerns noxious liquid substances in bulk, controls the discharge of hazardous chemicals carried in bulk, categorizing them by their environmental hazard. Annex 3, harmful substances in packaged form, contains general requirements for the standards on packing, marking, and labeling of dangerous goods. Annex 4 is on sewage and prohibits the discharge of untreated sewage into the sea except under specific distances and approved operational standards. Annex 5 on garbage deals with the different types of marine garbage, specifies discharge distances, and enforces a complete ban on disposal of all plastics into the sea. Finally, Annex 6 is on air pollution and sets limits on sulfur oxide and nitrogen oxide emissions from ship exhaust and prohibits deliberate emissions of ozone-depleting substances. Nigeria domesticated the International Convention from the Prevention of Pollution from Ship. The convention was domesticated under the Merchant Shipping Act 2007, which enforces the international standards within Nigerian territorial waters. The responsibility for the prevention of pollution from ship and enforcing MARPOL regulations falls on the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency. While Nigeria implements MARPOL as a whole, Nimasa heavily enforces specific parts, such as Annex 6, which addresses air pollution and vessel emission, and Annex 5, which regulates the discharge of garbage and ship-generated marine waste. Nimasa also issues strict directives to all vessel operators and ship owners operating in Nigerian waters to comply with MARPOL emission limits and pollution prevention guidelines. While Nigeria has successfully domesticated the legal framework, maritime stakeholders remain focused on improving local capacity. This includes modernizing infrastructure to handle ship-generated waste safely and addressing concerns about maritime debris and environmental protection.
On the Day of the Seafarer, we recognize the millions of seafarers around the world who keep global trade moving every single day. Behind everything we rely on, from food, fuel, medicine, and everyday goods, are people working at sea, often far from home and family. This year's theme, Carrying the World Trade, Carrying the Risks, feels especially significant. Across the world, too many seafarers are sailing through areas affected by conflict and geopolitical tension. Many face long periods at sea, uncertainty about when they will return home, and limited communications with their families, all while operating in dangerous waters. Seafarers should never become unintended victims of wider geopolitical conflict. Whether in the Red Sea, the Black Sea, the Strait of Hormuz, or other challenging regions, we must remember that every ship carries more than cargo. It carries people. People with families waiting for them at home, spending long months at sea in isolation, fatigue, and the stress of operating in unpredictable conditions while continuing to deliver the goods, energy, and supplies that the whole world rely upon. To all seafarers, thank you. It may not always seem like that, but let me reiterate that your safety and welfare remain our highest priority. And today, I invite seafarers everywhere to share your experiences, the realities of life at sea, the challenges you face, and the moments that define your work. Join the conversation using #DayOfTheSeafarer. To everyone else, take a moment today to recognize the people behind global trade, the seafarers who keep the world moving.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are Nimasa. New face, rejuvenated service. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
The Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy says the future is blue. And with Nimasa at the helms of regulation and safety, the future is already taking shape. That's all we have for you on this edition of Nimasa This Week. Until we come your way again next week, I remain your anchor on the show, Moyioluwa Olutayo. Keep safe and bye for now.